Today, we're going to be taking a look at the CPI data that just came out, as well as a few of the Mag 7 stocks that hit all time highs today. So, CPI measures the average price change of everyday items like our food and housing, energy, medical costs, how much these prices are going up and down, and how our costs of living is affected. So, check out this clip and then we'll talk about it a little bit more.
CPI day.
CPI day. So what do we learn?
Basically, I think the headline here is that the fight in the progress to bring down inflation has hit a wall. So a couple last months, right, we've actually seen that number tick up. 2 months ago, it was 2.4%. Then it was 2.6%. Today, it's 2.7%. And remember, the Fed's looking to get down to a 2% annual inflation rate. So we're going in the wrong direction. And then I was looking at some of the items that really drove the increase we saw this month: shelter and food prices.
Interesting.
Right? And so you think about it, that means that necessities are going up. This is not something that you can say, oh, I'll buy food next month. So I think it just shows how sticky inflation is right now. And then you think about the economy that the next president is inheriting and all these threats of tariffs. It's not where we want to see inflation right now.
So, what she said is probably no surprise to any of us. The prices are up. CPI shows an increase from last year, and things are bad, but they were worse back in 2022. But we've been feeling this since 2020, with prices on some items up as much as 20%. And wages, of course, our salaries not keeping up with inflation at all. So I know we feel the pain, but I just want to touch on this because we may not be in tune with when these dates are and when this information comes out and how we can use it to our benefit if in any way, shape, or form. And what I mean is, like, when this data comes out, it will most likely impact the Fed decision on their next rate cut. And that's something that can affect us all if we're looking for a loan or just dealing with our everyday lives. And of course, looking for some easing when it comes to prices at the store. I don't know what to expect. And in the news report, she touched on those tariffs, which I've been talking about here. We just have to be aware and just try to do the best that we can to continue to get through, just like we've been doing for the last 4 years and the rest of our lives. Okay, but back to CPI data. Why does it matter to us? When inflation slows, it's good news for the economy because prices aren't going up as fast. Lower rates will make loans cheaper for everyone, like I just touched on. According to these headlines here, the CPI data did meet expectations. And when CPI matches expectations, it reduces market surprises, boosting investor confidence and potentially driving up stock prices. And by the way, I don't think I said it, CPI stands for Consumer Price Index. So, in short, the CPI is a crucial indicator of the economy's health. Keeping an eye on it helps investors make smart decisions. Share in the comments, what are your thoughts on these results? I'm sure it was very expected because we're still feeling it. What in your budget has been most impacted by the rising prices over the last year? I know in my budget, so many things have been impacted. My car insurance, of course, groceries and utilities for sure. Now, on to the stock update for today. We're going to take a look at a few of the Mag 7 stocks, starting with Tesla. And I think the four that we're going to be taking a look at all hit all-time highs today. So Tesla's up 5.93% on the day. And let's see, the market is closed. And looking at the year range, Tesla's high is 423.96, and that was hit today. Towards the end of the day, from the looks of this, let's talk about what's been driving Tesla's journey and has it thriving lately. Year to date, Tesla's up 70.99%. And when it comes to Tesla, it's more than just their electric cars. There are many other factors that are playing into their stock price thriving right now. Elon Musk has strong connections with policymakers, especially around renewable energy, and things like this are boosting investor confidence. We see his strong connections to Washington, and that gives us hope for support of the policies that could drive Tesla's growth even further. They're definitely making advancements in AI with their self-driving vehicles, their planned robo-taxi service that should be launching in 2025, but we shall see. Their robot, these are things that have analysts as well as investors excited, yet cautious when it comes to Tesla. Taking a look at one analyst rating, Mark Delaney from Goldman Sachs, he raised his price target for Tesla to 345 from 250. He also cut his earnings estimates due to concerns about slowing electric vehicle growth. Tesla is a very volatile stock, unlike many other blue chip stocks that I hold in my portfolio. It sounds strange that Tesla is often trading higher than analyst targets because of the way that the stock moves, like it's doing currently, and it has done in the past. Looking back to 2020, for example, the growth that it had in that 1 year, it just had analysts scrambling in order to keep up. Lately, very recently, we see that Tesla has really been thriving, hitting over $400. It's only done that 5 times since the stock last split. So we may see additional analysts increasing their price targets if this trend continues. Taking a look in the Moomoo Investing app, I don't see that the Goldman Sachs price target has been updated yet, but overall, they have a average price target of 264, and the current stock price is about $425. So yes, a very volatile stock, but I've been holding it long term in my portfolios. It was just a few months ago, I was looking at it 30% down, and now in those same portfolios, I'm up 94 to over 100%. Let me know in the comments, what do you think is driving the stock price the most? Is it Elon's connection in Washington, or is it just their advancements that they are making? Okay, so next up, let's take a look at Apple. End of the day, down 0.52%, but earlier today, they hit a high of $250.80, breaking a record again. Year to date, the stock is up 32.78%. So, this tech giant recently rolled out a new AI feature for its iPhones, which has investors enthusiastic. These upgrades combined with their ecosystem, that network that they have of their iPad and their iPhone and the Apple Watch, continue to position the company as a leader when it comes to innovation. But this is a very established company, and not all analysts feel the same. Some think that this company is approaching an overbought level, signaling that this price surge might be too rapid to be sustainable. But it's still a strong brand that is still making strides to make those tech advancements, and it remains an essential part of many investing portfolios. Okay, continuing on that list of stocks that hit an all-time high today. Amazon hit a high of $231.20, up 2.32% on the day. Year to date, up 53.58%. So I was just talking about Amazon in my recent Bitcoin video, talking about how shareholders are urging the company to explore adding Bitcoin to its 88 billion treasury. Let me share this part of this article that I was taking a look at. This proposal stems from concerns over the diminishing purchasing power of Amazon's 88 billion in cash, bonds, and similar holdings. Inflation, averaging 4.9% over the past 4 years and reportedly higher by alternative measures, has made it increasingly difficult for traditional assets to keep pace. Sounds like plenty to me, but they have to make sure that it continues to grow. And that's why they're exploring this investment into Bitcoin. So, this move could signify Amazon's growing interest in blockchain and crypto integration, further aligning the e commerce giant with cutting edge technology trends. Amazon is making strides to stay successful, whether it's AI, logistics, their cloud computing. They're making sure to be on the road to drive for success for their company. This is great for shareholders. And just like Apple, making sure to stay current when it comes to tech advancements. Okay, so now Last stock for today, we're going to take a look at Meta, and they hit a high of $638.40, 2.16% on the day. Year to date, up 82.70%. So let's talk about what's behind the 80% rise in Meta stock. They've made an impressive comeback in 2024. They've been focusing on AI, like Tesla and Apple and Amazon. Meta's investment into AI tools for ads and user engagement is boosting optimism. They've also made cost cutting measures in order to increase investor confidence. They are showing us that they are focused on profitability and pursuing their goals at the same time. And it is showing in their stock price. Meta is a newer addition to my portfolio. I'm currently up 33.1%. And I first added it to my portfolio in late April when it was $421, $425, $439. I saw those price points as my chance to get started on building up my position. So I am definitely caught up in the Apple ecosystem, but I am with Meta also. Are you? Do you have Facebook, Threads, Instagram, WhatsApp? I have them all. I don't use them all on a regular basis. Instagram is my favorite. How about yours? The only thing I use WhatsApp for is the neighborhood watch. That's the way that we communicate and share information about what's going on. Did anybody report that pothole already? Did anybody catch this guy walking around on their camera last night? Things like that. But I am a user, so I am contributing to the company's success story. Let's continue to stay informed with what's going on with inflation, as well as upcoming rate cuts from that Federal Reserve. It's an exciting time right now. The stock market is thriving. Don't let the opportunity to invest pass you by. Remember, as always, you don't have to pick all of these individual stocks. You can stick to an exchange traded fund like VTI, for example, that will give you exposure to the whole US economy in one investment choice until you're ready to perhaps mix in some of these MAG 7 stocks or other blue chip stocks that align with your long-term investment goals. Let's continue to stay on top of all of these trends that are impacting the stock market, technology, finance, innovation, AI, all of it, so that we can be on track to continue to invest and build wealth. If you're not already, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.